Welcome to Vani Vortex. My name is Vanessa, and this is Vani Vortex podcast, videos, and talk show. Today, I want to talk about everything that's come to mind today that I've been itching to talk about. And the first one is dog attack. Many people have dogs that are not trained. Should we have dogs when we don't know how to handle a dog? No. A few days ago, I heard of a woman's dog that attacked a baby, and unfortunately, the baby died. It was a 2 weeks old baby. The mother was asleep because she must have been tired. The dad went downstairs, I think to have a cigarette or something. The baby was in his cradle, and the dog was supposed to be in the kitchen behind the rail guard. Unfortunately, the dog leapt out and attacked the baby by my own understanding. I'm sure they're used to this, their dog, and then they thought the baby was safe in the house with the dog. But they were terribly wrong, and they lost their baby because of that. I've heard and seen a lot of videos on dog attacking people, innocent people, like postmen, delivery drivers, and people that come to the house. I've been to houses that you knock and the dog's already leaping on the door before it's opened. I've been to places where the dog will jump out as soon as the owner opens the door, which means that the dog is not well trained at all. I know some people keep dogs to keep their house safe and all that, but it doesn't matter because there are a lot of people that are still innocently coming to your house. That means your dog is not well trained. If your dog is not well trained, shouldn't it be on a leash? It should be on a leash because you don't know who might be coming to the house. And it's not fair on anyone to be attacked by your dog. Should the government regulate ownership of a dog? I think so. Because if you're getting a dog, you should get training. Apart from the dog getting the training, you should get training as the owner of the dog. That way, innocent people will not be attacked by dogs. Dogs are fantastic animals, I know that. I am scared of them, I know that too. My kids won't, they are not getting it, so maybe when they are older and they have their own houses. But if you are going to have a dog, it's a very big responsibility to protect the world from your dog, apart from your dog protecting you from the world. I think it's something to really look at, because when we start losing babies to dogs, then it's alarming. You should do something about that. And I think the government should look into that because it's becoming alarming at the rate we see videos of them, the attacks by dogs. I rest my case on that. Boris Johnson, yes, they're claiming Boris Johnson had a party during the lockdown. It's not fit to rule. They want him to resign. And I'm talking about the UK now. I talk about other countries as well. But I am talking about UK now. Was it wrong to have a party? Yes. Has he apologized for it? Yes. But people are still clamoring for him to resign. If you ask him to resign for other reasons, that's fine. But for having a party, come on. It's 2022. Things like this. We've had leaders, kings, presidents that have done worse things. And they still carried on, their governance. If you want Boris Johnson to resign for other reasons, I'm happy to hear that. But for having a party he has apologized for, I think that's uncanny. When I was young, my dad taught us something by his actions. Regardless of what you have done wrong, if you are remorseful and you apologize for it, my dad will let it go. And it was very effective. And the same ideology I have used with my kids. We have taught them to learn to forgive and let go. But if the world, and I mean the country, requesting he resigns for having a party that he has apologized for. We're not teaching our children to forgive. We're not teaching them humanity. I don't think him resigning because of the party is the best course of action. If he has apologized for it, let it go, because that is essence of humanity. My take is it was wrong to have the party, but he has apologized for it. We should let it go. I rest my case on that. Now my next topic is TikTok and Instagram, and a lot of new professions, as I call it, because it's a profession for the people, for the TikTokers and the Instagrammers. It's the new thing, and people are making a killing from it. It's good because it's the way of the future, and our children are going into the future. Most part of that future, we're not going to be with them when they get there, because we'll probably have gone. Our fond parents, frown at their kids exploring that kind of, profession as a life as living. When we were young, we were told that you have to be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, an engineer to make it in life. But I tell you, most of the TikTokers can afford to pay for all those people now, because it's the way of the future. Let's not kick against it. Let's embrace it. Because if our parents, if our ancestors kicked against the things that we are doing now, we won't be here. So let's embrace it, because it's the way of the future, and tap into it as we take the world forward in life. The next topic I want to talk about is reading. Most of us don't read anymore because we just find that it's easier to watch a movie than read. But the benefit of reading cannot be overemphasized. There is the calmness that comes to you when you're reading. There is your imaginations that's being explored. You can imagine things beyond your understanding, from reading a book. Our children hardly read nowadays, and I think it's something to embrace, because as we are moving on in life, all these books, they're the ones that brought us here, and they're the ones that will keep our history documented for the generation coming. So let's encourage our children to read, and let's read ourselves. And because of that, I have created another segment where I'll be reading books from all over the world, tales from our ancestors, mostly from Africa, but from all over the world. And I'm saying Africa because that's where I'm from. And I want to have a segment where I can read books to children, books they've not heard of, and stories that that will make their imagination rise and imagine where we are coming from. And that brings us to happiness, which is my favorite topic. Some people believe that happiness comes from outside them. They are seriously wrong. Your happiness comes from inside you. My happiness comes from inside me. Is it fair to expect someone else to be the captain of your happiness? No, it's not. Your husband should not be the owner of your happiness. Your children should not be the cause of your happiness. Your parents should not be the reason for your happiness. Your happiness should just be that, your happiness. It comes from within you. It's a choice. You have to decide in yourself that I am going to be happy regardless. The moment you make that decision in the morning, you are going to be happy throughout that day, because it's your choice. And you are calling the shots on your happiness. You come across a dangerous driver, it doesn't bother you, because you're choosing your happiness. You avoid him and go on with your day. Your boss was nasty, it doesn't bother you, because He is not dictating your happiness. Your children has messed up the house. It doesn't bother you. Get them to clean it and hold on to your happiness. Don't give anybody power over your happiness because it's your own. And don't expect other people to make your happiness their priority. It is not their responsibility. It is yours. Your responsibility, your happiness. That way, even if anything happens, you're still going to hold on to it because you are calling the shots on it. Don't give it to anyone. Anyone at all, I say. Don't give it to anyone. Keep hold of it yourself. And that way, you can control your happiness and make sure nothing comes to steal it. Don't give it to anyone at all. They can come to complement your happiness with with their happiness, but don't give your happiness to them and say, oh, you have made me unhappy. No, nobody can make you unhappy. Only you can make you unhappy. And don't forget that. That is all from me today. I hope you have enjoyed that little bit of my talk, and I hope that I'm able to come back to bring more of that. If you have any comments at all, any take on it, I embrace it. Constructive criticism, that's fine as well. I am new and I am trying every day to be the better version of myself. And I hope you're doing the same too. My name is Vanessa and I hope to be here again very soon. Bye for now.